Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers and tried to discover the key. Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers to try to discover the key. Since they out here killing brothers.
Welcome to another episode of MiVision. I'm your host, Mansa Musa.
Co-host Rahcassi.
And today we're going to do a whole album review of Fredo's Money Can't Buy Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get straight into it.
You can see we started with track one.
Oops. Like this. And then this. So that was Biggest Mistake.
First track, he executed with the intro. Everything's intro vibe on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he comes through, you got the piano, the production's amazing. He starts telling stories on there. He gets a bit personal, you know, telling stories about his mom, stories about his dad. So he's kind of like a bit of vulnerability in there, but then he takes it back with the you know, I was bad and I got even worse and came back, and it unfolds really nicely still. It's a good way to start an album, to say the least.
Yes, it's I couldn't have wanted or hoped for or expected a better intro than Biggest Mistake.
Yeah.
I thought it was proper what was needed.
For sure.
Something you can just listen to at the beginning. And I'm not the biggest Fredo fan, but listening to this just made me think, you know what? I'm liking this sound. I'm liking where this is going. I'm liking how it started. And for me, I love the beat and how the beat has its own journey, and it follows it complements the story that Fredo's telling.
Definitely.
It's deep.
That's how you can tell they locked in to make this album for real. It's like everything is like set in place properly.
Yeah. Even the thing with Dave and with Dave's brother.
Oh yeah.
Joe,
yeah.
That
revelations.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, this song, like you said, like I said before as well, like perfect way to start an album.
Yeah.
He set the levels for the album from here, so it's kind of like, this is the bar, this is what to expect. You know where we're at now. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like for a lot of doubters, I didn't even say myself. I wouldn't say I was a doubter. Like there was Fredo songs I liked, but I never really delved into a project like that. So this would be the first one that I delved into.
Yeah,
but it was a good place to start because this shit's fire. So the story. You don't like a story as well. Like everyone loves a story, a good story, and he tells one perfectly because the stuff he's seen is the stuff that he can relay in it. So he's been through it, so he's able to tell that story. But he tells it pretty well. You got to shout out Fredo on this one still.
Yeah, and shout out Dave because I'm
sure
it has to be them pianos there. Like,
shout out Destiny, fam. The revelations, it's mad.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, who would have thought? Literally, as you said, who would have thought? That's okay. The next one, Back to Basics. That's jokes. I was planning to listen to like just only a minute, of each track. I got sucked in a minute and a half. I do like this track though. As I've listened to the whole album, it's one of the standout tracks for me. This is definitely one of the standout tracks for me. I feel his flow and his bars on this are almost back to basics. Like, I don't want to say they're basic bars, but they're the ones that I'm like, why didn't I think of them, or I could have thought of them? That sort of vibe. But I like it. I like the energy. I like the music. It just takes you in. It's a perfect lead on from the first one, from the first song.
Just having a conversation, he's just there and talking. Yeah. And Fred's like I don't know if I would say the king, but like he's definitely in top 3 of this luxury rap in the UK. We're talking about luxury rap, but mixed with like the mafioso type rap. Then they're top 3, 100%. Like so, he does all of this very well. So this is him in his element, really. But I think that this is probably the best he's portrayed so far. like how it's come across as a song. Yeah, it's super. It unfolds nicely as well. And yeah, like he's talking his shit. You know, that's what he does, isn't it? Like talking his shit and. Yeah, like like you said, this is one of the standout tracks for me. I'll come back to this song, even though I can say so far, every time I listen to these any of these songs, I'm listening to the whole album. But if at some point I'm gonna get to some songs I'm gonna come back to, this is gonna be one of them for sure.
Yeah, I've got two.
Yeah.
That I can say I come back to. No, three that I say I come back to regularly.
Yeah.
But it changes.
Okay, yeah.
It changes, and this is definitely one.
No, yeah, I was banging the whole joint.
Yeah. No, it's cold. It's a good tune. Can you see him running for mayor?
Well, I guess he's never getting ran down because I can't see him getting running for mayor either. So that's how it's going.
Cool. So we'll go to the next one. Spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
And in Stokes, when I first saw the track list, I was like, spaghetti?
Spaghetti? You have to actually start with Mansa Minga. Like, you know, like I ain't heard that since primary school, like Mingin or Minga, anything like that. Like since like Little Britain, like them times there, you know what I mean? Like yeah, man, do it back with that one. Still, you have to give it that. But you know, when I got to this point in this album, yeah, the first song in, my first thought after that wasn't my first thought, but my first thought after listening to the song was that this album was car tested, because it's like it bangs, like the album bangs, you know what I mean? Like, and it's car test is a really good place to be in right now because clubs ain't open, so you still have to hit the other demographic.
Yeah,
there's songs on this album that will bang in the club. We'll get to them, but like these, like you slap your headphones on, you're there. You like this is like when you lock in, you know what I mean? You get that boom 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 boom, you're there. You got subwoofers, you're there. Speakers of your car, you're there. So this is one of them ones, like this whole joint. But when I got to this song, this is like one of them songs you just vibe to it. Like it starts banging, you're like, all right, cool, yeah, we there. Like, so then when I started talking about never you don't think the bad as spaghetti, like with all that happened before as well. It's like, all right, cool, I see where you at with this.
Yeah, no, you might as well explain it, because that's what put me on today. It brought me back as
well. I don't know the situation too well. I just know that like it was on live at one point, and it was on live. There was a girl, I think she's like in a hotel room or in some penthouse or something, and she was asking for food or some shit, like something like pasta. And then you're like, so you kicked her out and was like, you never feel the bad as pasta. And so man had t-shirts and that and everything. And now we here with the song, we come full circle, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was good to see the connecting the dots. I'm here for all of that.
Yeah, that was definitely a throwback. Definitely a couple throwbacks in there.
Fully. The song slaps. It carries over perfectly from the prior song. It's starting to build up. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're going up on this roller coaster and we're getting somewhere. Like, so we started a more personal thing, and now we're getting a bit more jumpy, a bit more hype with it. So good song, catchy as well. By the second hook, you can sing along at least. A couple
words,
so,
at least. And I guess it's almost like a literal journey. You know, biggest mistake was he's telling his beginning story, and then back to basics, almost like where he started, and then spaghetti, a moment in his, like a trend moment in it, like the trend moments that like people are like, oh, okay,
this album's well put together. Like, you can see that they put some time, effort, and thought into how this album's even gonna go. Do you know what I mean? Before anything. So as we go along, we'll we're going on the journey of this whole album right now.
Yeah.
But where we're at right now is we're already climbing, going somewhere. You know what I mean? So spaghetti was one of them ones. Still,
yeah.
But it's I must say that this personally, like if this song was released as just a song and that was an album, this isn't the sort of song that I listen to. But because it's on this album and it's caught me, I'm like, cool, this this is fire. Do you know what I mean? So like, if this was like just like Fredo just put this out, no album, nothing was ever coming, I probably wouldn't listen to this song. Yeah, but that's because this isn't the sort of music I like. But this song is a banger. But it got fed to me in like a sandwich of this album. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And now I can take it in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's my only like reservation, but now it's a banger. So yeah.
Now follow me as we ride, going up, getting high. Biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky. Now follow me as we ride, going up, getting high. Biggest flips in the sky, biggest flips in the sky.
Roaches in the ashtray, I resurrect one like a phoenix. The way it rises from the ashes, I'd light it.